Joining me now, Kris Kobach. He is Kansas Secretary of State and Kansas Republican gubernatorial nominee, representing, of course, the grand old party. Good to see you.
Great to be with you, Lou.
And Kris, let's start with, if we may, your thoughts about what Judge Brett Kavanaugh and his family are going through right now. And Mitch McConnell has stood up. Lindsey Graham has stood up. The president has been steadfast throughout. But there is an extraordinary alignment between the national left-wing media and, of course, the radical Dems who control the Democratic Party.
You know, the greatest irony I see here, Lou, is we're seeing the nomination and the confirmation of a man to the highest court in the land, the epitome of due process, yet the procedure by which he is being tested has thrown due process out the window. The Democrats wanted to take away his right to confront his accuser by answering after her. All standards of evidence are thrown out the door. Evidence is being allowed that is 30+ years old, which would never be allowed. And it's just crazy what's happening. And it's just a circus.
As Mitch McConnell mocked the left today, going after the New York Times for pursuing as well this story about throwing ice in a college bar. This is the height of absurdity, idiocy. It is repugnant and at the same time, so it is just astonishing that even the left could be this stupid.
Well, you know, it shows to me how now they are, the means justify the ends to the American left. Truth does not matter. Destroying a man's reputation and character does not matter. Nothing matters, and they will descend to anything.
Chris, what matters to Republicans? That they would permit this kind of conduct without consequence, so that they wouldn't be in, you know, Obama famously said, when they bring a knife to the fight, bring a gun. The Republicans aren't even showing up with a knife. They are, it is astonishing to see the lack of street smarts, of passion, of commitment on the part of the party should raise up as one against this kind of evil.
Yes. And, you know, I think, Lou, what you've hit on is this failure of many Republicans to come in and fight is the same reason why President Trump was elected in the primaries of 2016. Republican voters wanted a street fighter, wanted a president who would take China on, wanted a president who would take on these issues and would take on the Washington swamp, and who obviously fights back and does hit back harder when he is hit. And now you're seeing the opposite type of politician in the U.S. Senate, unfortunately. Hopefully they'll learn from the president.
Well, and Mitch McConnell, it looks like he is learning and beginning to stand up. You're ahead slightly in your race there in Kansas. How's it going to go, and how are you going to get there?
Well, yeah, you're right. We're leading, but by single digits. So in a race, in a midterm race where the election is close, it all depends on who shows up to vote. President Trump is coming in this Saturday in a few days to Kansas, first time since he's been elected president, and first time a presidential visit has occurred in Topeka in about 10 years. So it's a big, big deal, and that will boost our voters. It'll get Republicans fired up, and that's exactly what we need to help motivate our people to the polls on Election Day. And
you're running in full support of the Trump agenda.
Absolutely.
It must astonish you when other candidates across the country, in the House of Representatives in particular, are not lining up side by side with this president. It astonishes me, and hopefully those rhinos will meet their appropriate fate.
I agree, and many did meet their fate in the primary elections this past summer and fall throughout America, including in Kansas. And, you know, in Kansas right now, you've got a choice between me, a conservative who's anti-tax, anti-amnesty, enforcing our laws, and pro-gun, versus I have two liberal opponents, actually, who are the opposite on all of those issues. And you would think Republicans would say, all right, this is in our platform. We're going to fight for it. But as you say, Lou, many just don't want to fight, and many don't even know what's in our platform.
Well, you know, a number of folks I'm talking with say that this outrage over against the radical left, the Dems, is going to really create a huge opportunity for victory for the Republicans, and I think you will help prove them right. Kris Kobach.
I hope so.
Great to see you. Thanks so much.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
Thank you.